Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now come on here today because I'm going to show you that I have actually got something nearly finished. Oh well, what I'm doing good, because I wanted to show you some other bits. So I've got some bits and pieces that I've stuck here on top of it. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, we'll find it here in a minute, nobody panic. We'll find it. Okay, now, right up straight away now, before I forget, I need to answer a couple of questions that people have asked me about this particular thing. Well, not this one, but about the slow stitching and your covers that you put on your journals and things like that. Now, a lady, sorry I forgot your name, but here I am to tell you about this, asked me about how to cover your book with a piece of work like the slow stitching or whatever you do. And I think it was actually the slow stitching that we were talking about, because I said to her you had to make sure that it was bigger than what you eventually want it to be, because it shrinks down a bit. I should have a little bit of a book here somewhere. Not something that's about that size anyway. Let me see. This is part of the journal, hasn't started yet, but there's a bit. Now this one here will go on it. Will go on there. Right, it'll fit on there. That is 5 inches by 7.5. I'll go for centimetres as well. Be 19 centimetres by 12.5 centimetres. No, 12, yes. So what you do first, what I do as a rule, I'd make the piece and then I'd make the book to fit inside the piece. Only for this thing, you know, to do this, because it pulls in as you're going along, so you can see that your stitches are pulling it up to make it look like it's a little bit quilted, you know. So when I say I've finished, I've got a small patch there to go, and a small patch there to go, and I think I'm doing not too bad. You can see on the back how much I haven't stitched, see? But I will do that, so it'll be done. So will I ever finish this? Yes, I will, I hope. Now, all these edges here are not hidden in the work, because for the fact that that's a part of the feature of the thing. These bits here I've added on, and I have done videos on putting this together, putting these bits on, and stitching, I think, yes, and the stitching part. So I'm going to put those up for you in this description box here. And on the flowers that I've actually put on there, because I cut them out and then I put them on and stitch them, I've had to put little cross stitch over some of them. I've done that one. I've done this one, put little cross stitches. Done that one, put some little cross stitches. And to hold this on here too, I did a little bit of I put a little bit of glue stick, just to, or you can use pins, and then you stitch it on there. So this will be finished very shortly, I promise, because I need it done. And I'm going to put that in my Etsy as a piece of well, hopefully it'll be up there by the time we're not too long. My cat is trying to tell my husband something. I don't know what he's actually saying. We don't speak cat. But anyway, I know what he wants. He wants to go in my craft room. That's what it was. But he's not. So this will actually be in my shop for sale, and a couple of other pieces that I've done, because one lady asked me if I would sell them, and I'm going to sell them as that. It's not going to be no insides. I have this inside already made, but I think I'm going to use this. I don't know. Maybe I can put it there. But if you're doing something that's like this, that's what you do with it. Otherwise, you can make a bag. It'd be alright for a bag. Some people use them and just put them up as a wall hanging. This will have frayed edges around the outside. I'm going to leave that like that, because that's just the way it's going to be, you know. That's just it. Now I went through to see if I could find the other two that I made, and they're avoiding me, so I'm going to have to just wait and put them up when I find them, okay? But I'll finish this one and put it in there. So Indy wanted to buy one off me, so I'm going to send her a message and say, yes, I will sort, because what's the point in me? I want to make more. I can't keep making them and just keeping them. I'm going to have to do something with them, aren't I? So, I don't think I've got the other one here. I haven't. All right then. Well, this is just pretty, not actually basic slow stitching. It's really nice because you've got applique pieces on here. But now I wanted to do something a bit different. I really like to go and buy bits and pieces in the second-hand places and redoing them as making something out of them. Like, so I wanted to make some bits and pieces like this, like some covers, or see, this is a full cover. This will be, like I said, 5 by 7.5, and you get a few what's names in there, a few pages. This has got a fair few pages. Speaking of pages, now I've got a letter from a really nice lady over in America. Her name is Debbie, and she asked me to explain what a signature is. A signature is a set of pages, okay, and in your journals you have, this is considered to be one signature because that's sewn in there, that's one signature. Now if you would put in 2 or 3 of them, that'd be another signature. So in these books here, I'll show you how it works in the books that you buy. Everywhere that there's, so I'll pick something that's really hard to show you, I suppose, haven't I? Just hang on a second, I'll see if I can. Each part, I should get something a bit littler. Give me a second. I hope I can. Those I mightn't have signatures in it. I might just have a. It depends how they sew them into. There's different ideas for. What have I done with this other thing I had? This is what I was making. I haven't got back to yet. We will one day. I don't feel that I really like it as much as I thought I did. Okay, so if I've got a set of pages like this, that's a signature. Another set of pages like that, that's a signature. And another set of pages, you know, with whatever, and they're all the same amount of pages, usually. That's your signatures, okay? And they go into your book, or they come out of a book, just depends. So if that was, and that'll be 4 signatures, see? And then if you put them into a journal, that's 4 signatures. But each one is sewn in separate, like that one's sewn in by it's like all together. And then that one, but hang on a second, if you're putting them into the book, I should show you there to do this because I need to put something in a book, don't I? I will do that. Maybe not just now because I've got something, other thing happening for a minute. So if you were doing this book, say, right, when you sewed your first signature in, this here will go right through to this, because that right through the back. Okay, you go right through here to sew that in. Your holes would come right through, and then you go along and you would do the next one. And this is as clear as mud, so I'm going to have to show you how to do that in the next video I will make after I finish putting this one up. Because now I've gone right off the idea there, haven't we? We'll do that in a minute. I'll show you how to do that. So, Debbie, I'll show you how to do that in a second. Because I don't know why this is the only book I can find. Okay, so look, here is a signature in this book, and it's defined by the stitches that's in there too. You can see if you've got, like when we go to pull the books apart, if you get undone all these stitches here that you cannot see, because I'm going to have to come right in here and show you the stitches there. Can you see? There is cotton. There's cotton here. See? There's cotton. Now, each one of them, that is from there to there. So that is a signature. That much of the book is a signature. So there you go. And that was probably as clear as mud, but I'm sure you get the general idea. Okay, so what does that mean? Right? Because some people don't know, you know, so some people don't understand what all the things are that different ones are saying about the work that they do. So we need to show, and that's, the lady might have not heard anybody mention it or seen them show yet, but so that Debbie, I hope that's right, and I thank you very much for your lovely letter that you sent me. I've got a letter from you that today actually that was written at the end of December, but things sometimes take a while to get there. I sent a parcel to a lady in September last year and she got it on the day before Christmas. So the postman is a little bit slow. Okay, so now what I was saying was I like to get things from the shops to use in my work, as far as things like little kids' dresses or tops or even adult ones or whatever, you know, you can buy, see. Now I don't want to use the little piglet, but I do like the fabric that's in this. It's like seersucker, it's called. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's nice, isn't it, that piece? It had this embroidery on the collar. Sonny, you've lost the other bit. No, not really. Okay, so I've also got this piece of shirring off at the top, or a skirt or something. And that'll be good. It's going to have texture, isn't it? Other than that, I have bits of doilies, of course, because we have pieces like this. And I have a bit of retro fabric. And I have another dress here somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. For today, you know, because before I have got lots of different bits and pieces. I don't know what that came off, whether I got that or somebody give me that or something. But then I've got this little piece here. It's a piece of a little dress. But it's got the frilly bits on it. And it's made out of seersucker as well. I know they're very brightly coloured, but what I'm thinking about doing with it, I don't know how we're going to go, but we're going to have a go at it. To use it in what we're doing, you see, because if you can't do embroidery, that is a really nice piece there on that you can cut out of that and use that. Plus I've cut the buttons off on a strip, and I just went into my sewing room to try and find us a thing or two, but so there's that little strip of buttons. So you've got these nice little buttons. Cost me $2 for the little top. And this is a piece of fabric off the collar around, that I've undone so I could get that off there. And it had it lining inside to make it stiffer. But you probably know that I've done this sort of thing previously. But this is where you can get your little bits of fabric if you can't find any. The reason that I pick out these little children's ones is because, I don't know if anybody wants to buy them, but I do, so it goes to a good cause. But the little kids don't really make their clothes all grotty in that before they grow out of them, see, so you pretty much got a nice piece of fabric in that, if you know what I mean. So now I'm going to try and make this into something for a cover for a book or a bag. I'm still working on the other bag, and I will come back to that. I have a lady wanting me to show her how I finish this. Now, I've done a bit on it since I put it up, so it probably doesn't look anything like it did before. And it's going to be a handbag. So I will come back on and show you how to do that. Just don't know when, but don't give up. I'll come back eventually. I do get, things in life happen, and then you get not interested, or you want to go to do something else, and so the one I'm going to do now is going to be something like this, I think, but I wanted to do more of a dimensional sort of piece this time, so we'll just see what happens, eh? It's all in my head now. I'm just going to try and see if I can't get it out there, or if I can get it out there onto the piece of fabric. Now I better come back in a bit. I think I'm too far away. I've got a little bit of a different setup here today. It's not too bad, eh? You can actually see some stuff that I'm doing, hopefully. So yes, I'll be finishing that shortly. Right, now, we want these pieces, don't we? We're going to do something, don't know what yet. I'll look at things and I think, well, that would look good as this, and maybe I could use a bit of that. So, and I will incorporate other things as well. But if you went and got, say, a shirt like this, I suppose we could challenge ourselves to just turn that into something that was reusable, just the one thing. But then you have to, well, I could do that, I suppose. Just use this and make a cover out of it. Right, I don't mind Piglet and Winnie the Pooh, but I didn't want to have to limit that to just probably being something for children, because I wanted to make it for a book cover, and I think that might work if I try to do that. What do you reckon? Okay, so I should have started timing myself. Alright, I'm going to challenge myself to this. I'm going to actually see if I can do this. If I can make a cover just using one little piece. But I just need one thing, a piece of something for the background to put onto, okay? So, you know, that's okay, isn't it, if I have that? Right. I only have a thin piece of, I don't think it's homespun, it doesn't seem to be very, very thick. It's very light colour, very light sort of cotton. I don't think it's a cotton polyester. I can't say that it is. No, I've got no idea really today. I'm sorry, I can't think of that. But I'm going to make a front for a cover out of this, or a bag. I don't know. Could make a journal cover, I suppose. So I'm just going to tear this piece off here. Yeah, you know how I am when I change my mind, but I'm going through things. I do change my mind. We'll do a three-dimensional one. We'll get to it. We're going to have to, don't worry, we will get to it. Okay, so say for example I want to make a bag. I'll make a bag. It'll make a nice pretty bag. So what you need to do, which I think I should, you know, do this way, is have the back part. No, I'm going to do that in a different piece of fabric. I've got two pieces here. I don't think I need it to be that thick because all that material is pretty thick, so I'm going to tear that across and see how big I'm going to make this. Yeah, I'm going to make a nice little handbag, you know, with a long strap on it. Just to, it even can be one for kids, I suppose, but I won't be putting on the little animal things. So that's 8.5 by 8.5. It's pretty much square. So I'll tear this across here. It's not really wanting to be. You can use a piece of calico, a piece of linen, one of the doily things that you probably bought at the shops or something, and the wind off the fan's blowing this away on me. I'll have to try it down, it's not good. Can't not have the fan going though, because where's my pin cushion? Pin cushion, bit messy, not many pins in it either. Right, now, so we want to make a piece of work here, using just this piece. Now I've already cut a sleeve off it. Wonder where I put the sleeve. I'll just see how it worked. Alright, now I'm not going to have anything else here because I don't need it, do I? I just need what I'm going to use on here. This is a good challenge for me. I like something that's a bit harder than the normal. Okay, so I've got a nice piece of that. I've got this, which I probably won't leave as a piece like that. Maybe I will. I've got these pieces. Now, in this bit here, I want to put down these flowers as well. I need to have the buttonholes in it because I would think that they'd be nice. I need a bigger pair of scissors than these. We'll be here all day trying to cut out with that, won't we? I don't know if this will tear, so I'm going to cutting this out here. A bit, on that bit. It does tear. Anything cotton will. Even woven things tear really good. Okay, so now I've got that piece, which I might leave like that, because you could put a button in there if you wanted to. Okay, so now I've got them bits here. I will get this piece off here. Go through the little flowers. The dog seems to have something to say. That bit there. Right. I'll keep Winnie the Pooh, put it away. Might look alright, something. I might put in a Happy Mail or something, I don't know. Because I don't think I'd use it, to be honest. I don't think I would. Okay, so I've got that piece. And I need a bit of frill, don't I? A bit of the frill on the bottom. Yeah. We need enough bits to cover it, don't we? And more flowers or not? Probably could have more flowers. So you can add your own little bits to it, but like as far as stitching and stuff, I can do that, I guess. But I want it to be mostly, I don't have a lot of pink, so I have this piece of pink. I must have another piece that was on the other side of the collar. So just give me a second, I think I use. So I've got another piece of pink. It blew away. It did. Maybe my technical support could give me a hand with that. And pink, we burn that bit there, please. That bit there, please. I might have to move the fan somewhere else down, please. Thank you. Even though I need to take it back a bit or something. Thank you. That's good there. Yes. Thanks. Sorry about that, everybody. My good husband got himself down there the floor. Give me back my stuff. Blew under the table next to me. Okay, so now we got... Right, now this doesn't seem to be really straight to me. I suppose it is. If you tear it, it should be. Sometimes things go a bit wonky. Okay, so let's put these things on here. This should be really quick. This shouldn't take long at all, should it? I'm going to cut that across here. Straight, I hope. Okay, that bit. Now, I need to make that a bit tidier. I'm just going to tidy this up a bit here. You can undo the cotton. I mean, that'll come off pretty easy, I think. But then your frill will come undone. See, and I'd rather leave the trim on the top of it there so I can put it across there. Right. And I'm going to use a little bit of glue stick to fasten it down to start with. So of this one thing, I've got buttons, I've got buttonholes, I've got a collar. Sorry about that. And I'm going to put that there. You know, there could easily be a pocket in this if you wanted to do that, if you wanted to get... it goes around, isn't that cool? It does that, it goes around. Push that thing against the table, that's not good. I don't know if that's too big yet, that patch. We'll see what happens when we get some more up here. We need some pink, a bit more pink. And because this is cut on the cross, which means that it will stretch that way, see? I think it's cut on the cross for it to go round, so you can take it round. That's how that works. Rightio. Piece there, I might cut that. Got some buttons, so I'm going to cut this piece here in half. Excuse me, I'm just drinking my coffee. Now I'm not going to take them off there, I'm going to leave them on there because it's all in the plan, isn't it, you know? I guess we could do some stitching on it because that would make it a bit more... Would you do slow stitch down, I suppose? Slow stitch is a calming way of stitching something just ordinarily, you know, just plain straight stitch. People say it's a very calming thing, and it is for some people. They find it calming. I don't mind doing it, it's quite good actually. I quite enjoy it. Okay, so that bit can go there like that. Right, Okay, so we're going to make this, we're going to have enough to fill up all these little bits and pieces. There's the sleeve. So let's make this a bit smaller. This is too big, this piece here. It's too big for the thing that it is, you know. But you're still going to see that this was once a, you know, small something. See, this once a small something. Now I can put this at the back anywhere, so I can have we won't have that bit there, like a gap. So let's just put that down behind it so it can be there to fill in any spaces if we need to. So we're going to fill in any spaces. I'll put it underneath that, just to, like so. Righto. I like that there, going around it. I do like that. I want to make sure it's the right length first though before I go cutting at it. And now we need some pink over here. Some pink this way. Okay, so I'll put that up there. A bit of pink. I'm just going to put down a few bits and pieces and see what you reckoned. See what we reckon. Okay, that can go over that way. This can go here. Okay, over there. There, maybe. Okay, not bad. I'm getting there. Nobody panic. And then we've got buttons to go across there. Down here. I don't know. Does it look like a mess? There. Probably not yet. We'll fix it. It'll be fine. I've got no doubt about it. I can tell you that it'll work. Let me see now. Where's the glue stick? Probably end up nothing like this by the time I finish. Actually, what I want to do is put more pink on it because I don't think there's enough pink. I didn't want it as white as what it is. More pink in different areas. Okay. So, this one here I'm going to cut there like that. So it can go around this piece. And cut that off a bit smaller. So this is sort of a, I don't know what this is, making your own something from something else. Which way do they look better? Like that. Going like that. A bit hot today. It's a bit hot today. It is. Righto. Now, it'll change a bit, don't worry. It's bound to. Let's see, when you put something down in the first place, you need to know that it'll be okay like that. I mean, when you take it apart to re-put it down, you need to know where you went. Somebody said you take a picture with your phone, you can put it back in the same place, but I can't do that, I'm afraid. I'm going to just straighten this up a bit. Try not to lose too much of it, though. Where's that other button? I might move that button up there. I think it needs to be a bit further up there. You reckon? Righto. Now, or just leave that on there like that. So I'm going to cut it off and put it somewhere else. Okay, that works. That works, I think. Over here. Okay, now this seems like a very big area here with nothing too much on it, doesn't it? That bit. That looks good. I don't mind this frayed bit there. That's good. A frilly bit, I should say. Cut that off. Put another strip of white, maybe. Oh no, we've got some white there. One of these here. One of these patches can go here. They're not actually a patch. It's the end of the. It's the end of the collar. I think it's a part of the collar. Well, when you're taking something apart like this, you need to be really careful you don't wreck what you really want. Careful you don't wreck what you really want. So this is padded, but I'm going to cut it so it won't be, but cut that bit off there. I don't know what I can do with that piece, so I don't wreck that. It'll go on here somewhere. It's very close to the edge though, isn't it? Should have undid the cotton. Never thought of that, did I? Of course not, Sonia. Okay, so then we've got that piece. Okay, now there's the other side. Oh no, this is the other side of it. There. I've got myself a task here, I think. It's okay. I don't want to give up. I'm not going to give up at all. There's no way in the world. Okay, so we've got that piece there. Now, I'm going to put a piece of this flowery bit. I don't want to put it too close to the end because it'll disappear in the side seam. You don't want to do that, do you? You don't want to have it disappear in the side seam. Now, do I have any more of that flower? Oh dear, I think I do. Wait a minute. Just got a bit of perspiration here. It's very hot today. I haven't turned the cool on yet. It's a bit, won't be long though. Hope I don't go over the time with this. I've got another flower here where Winnie the Pooh is. This is what I should have cut this off too, so I can use it as well, shouldn't I? I don't have enough bits to go around, do we? I'm just cutting this piece off here to use. Here we go. That's better now. We've got more. I was getting a bit worried there. I didn't have enough to cover it. Come on. Just cutting this bit off too. I thought I had plenty of this was out wide enough, but you don't want it to be too wide out because then you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, it needs to be close so you can see what we're doing. Right, so there you go. Now, I think this is going to look really good when I'm finished, so I really do. I'm really pleased about how this is turning out myself. Now, when I sew this up, of course, I'm going to have that bit of frill hanging down the bottom, aren't I? I'm going to have to. Cannot do anything else but that. Yes. Now, I need a bit more pink on here, which will be from here. Put it over this way. Oh, hang on, I've got another big piece here that I can use from the collar. This is inside the collar, so we can use that. Look, I tell you what we'll do. We'll start sewing it up because I know now I've got enough here to do it, and I want to show you a little bit of how we would put it together. And then, hopefully, I'll come back in a minute and show you that I've done some on it. Righto, now I'm going to do it, I think, in, do I want to do it in slow stitching or not? Might just tack it down first, eh? Let's just tack it down and see what we want to do then. It's a bead needle, you don't want that. Tacking it down just means I'm going to put some cotton around it to hold it in place, so I can decide then how I'm going to put it down. Actually, I don't want to do that now. I've changed my mind. I'm going to actually stick it a bit, aren't I? I'm going to throw some glue under it and then I'm going to sew it down, because there's no need to do it twice, is there? Just put that under there. And it's blue glue. Now make sure you come right over the top of that. Anyway, I should be able to put it back decently enough anyhow when I get to it. And this piece here, I'm going to put the button on again after. I'll put the other button back on here, I think. I'm going to put that down there like that, because now I'm going to get some cotton, some actual crochet thread, which is really good to use for embroidery and stuff. Really good. Doesn't come apart, you know, each piece. You know, I just need some nice. Do I need pink? That's very thick though. It's a very thick pink. I did have some this morning that I was working with. What did I do with that? Oh dear, look at this mauve one. You're not going to be able to see it very plain. This is going to be a very feminine thing, isn't it, this one? Very feminine piece. Righto, now I'm going to do some embroidery on it. Oh, ow. Try to turn it into our piece of work, you know, that we've made from the... I hope this is big enough, this needle. Probably not thick enough. This one might be a bit better. We've got to find the hole though. Might have to switch this off and turn back on. Won't be a minute. I'm going to turn back on and show you now what I'm going to put this together. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Talk to you later.